We are live.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Comedy Cellar Nightly. My name is Robert Kelly. I'm here with Noam Dworman, who looks pensive, in thought, or sad, or angry, or bored. Any one of those, you choose. And now he looks annoyed. We're here with Danny Cohen, very funny Danny Cohen, Liz Miele, and Carmen Lynch. This is a girls' night out tonight.
And that includes you.
Damn right it includes me. I finally get to be myself.
How did Noam get black and white? That's so awesome. I want to be like in an old-timey movie.
Yeah, it's I can't tell you.
Oh, come on, man.
No, my webcam has its own little software, and you can adjust the stuff about the camera, including the color. Hey, Rachel.
Look who's here.
Let's see Rachel.
Hi.
And of course, Rachel Feinstein's here. The beautiful, pregnant, about to give birth.
2 weeks.
Married to a firefighter. International Firefighters Day today, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So please go to the LearyFireFound.org and donate so those guys can have ladders and shit.
Yeah, I was just about to post about that, and you reminded me that I haven't done that as a fire wife or badge banger. That's what I identify.
It's my favorite. Badge banger is my fucking favorite. What was it? What was the tin knocker? Are you a tin knocker?
They have, when they take out their badge, they call it tin'em, which I think is just like so cool. So I'm always trying to get him to take his badge out. If I had a badge, I would just drive around looking for checkpoints all day. I'm always like, tin'em.
I didn't realize firefighters had badges like police officers. Like
I
didn't know
badges. Yeah, his friend, this other firefighter, Patsy. They're all named Patsy. Patsy was like, he goes, I tinned him at the iPhone store. There was this long line, but I tinned him. And I was like, fucking yes, tin him everywhere. Tin him at the
I just can't imagine there's any time where you're just like, I think you would want to treat me with respect right now because I put out fires. Like I know they're heroes. I should probably stop doing this because my brother-in-law is a firefighter. But there's like a police officer, when they tin them, it's because it's like, hey, I can help here. But I can't imagine they're like, I believe I should get my Fruit Loops before all these other people waiting in line. Like, I
know it doesn't exactly make sense, but I whore it out everywhere. I tell everybody to go to the desk.
My uncle.
I'm always like, as a first responder wife, he's like, you don't need to start all your sentences that way. I'm like,
my uncle is a cop at Tufts University, a campus cop. And I mean, it's a real cop. They have a gun, but he has a badge, and he used it to get into Yankee Stadium once. And I felt like ratting him out, be like, look, he's a campus cop. You don't need to.
Yeah.
That's a little better than a mall cop.
Yeah, he makes sure doors are locked.
I'm sorry, Robert. I have a little.
What's that, Noam?
I'm having an issue with my child. 1 second.
Yeah, sure. Do your thing. We didn't even know you were here. Hey. There she is, Esty, everybody. Esty.
Yay! Hi, Esty.
Hi, everybody.
Good to see you.
Same here.
It's so weird to see faces.
I love Danny. Your shirt. It could be wallpaper. It could be shirt. It's gorgeous.
It is. My shower curtain is very similar to this.
I feel like I'm staying at a boutique hotel. All right,
Yeah.
You're in a jungle.
it is delightful. By the way, Danny, I love looking at your Facebook. You're always up to something marvelous. It's very exciting. You remained very spirited during the quarantine.
Thank you.
You do.
Sorry, I'm eating.
So Carmen, are you trying to pick guys up or something? Why are you lying like that? You look very sexy lying like that.
This bed, I'm on a bed, and there's like I live with 7 people, so I'm just trying to find a room that's the most quiet.
Are you camming for extra dollars?
That's why I put the red lipstick on.
It is a very arousing position. I'm aroused by you.
You know what's so funny? So me and Carmen did a Zoom show, and she made a promo video. Like we all were like, hey, come to our show. And my boyfriend made this astute observation that in every post or video Carmen makes, she's laying down. He goes, is Carmen ever not laying down? And I told Carmen, she's like, I'm tired. Like, I don't have to tell you. Like, Carmen
I'm not in my own house, so I don't have a desk. So I'm always like working on the bed. So sometimes I'm just sick of sitting on the bed. I just have to lay down, for my back.
Yes.
So I'm not trying to look sexy. It's just natural.
She's just naturally sexy. Although Carmen told me very early in our friendship that she's a sitter. She's like, I don't stand. Yeah. She goes, I like to sit. I know it's not good for you.
I stand, but when you're tall, it's just hard to stand a lot,
No, I relate. I like sitting down a lot too. And you just made me want to sit down. So I'm going into the bedroom, but also like, I don't care for walks. I'll say it. He always wants to walk. I'm like, yeah, I'm not into it.
That's funny.
I'll take an Uber for like a shockingly short, shameful distance. Like it is haunting.
That's because you always dress up, Rach. You're always in heels and dress.
Well, you got to paint an active lie on yourself before you go outside.
Can we all can we take a moment?
Last time I wore heels, I have no idea.
Can we take a moment and just look at Noam and see if he's okay? I mean, Noam, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm all right. I mean,
it's funny because your background is so fun-loving, but you're clearly
yeah,
true.
His face doesn't match the whole thing that's going on.
Yeah, no, he's in the trenches with this sprightly background.
I think I want to retire from this show. Can I? Will you? Can you do it and get someone else to sub? I don't mean tonight. I mean forever.
Okay. Now wait. Stop. Now, Rachel. First, before we do this, Rachel, can you please turn your phone sideways? Come on, Ray. You're a professional at this point. No, why do you want to retire from this show? We're number 4 on the top streaming comedy shows.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
what?
I like how nobody believes that.
Now you don't want to retire, do you?
Yeah, but it's not true, is it?
Yeah, we were number 4. It said Robert Kelly and Noam Dworman's Comedy Cellar Nightly. You didn't see that?
No.
It was all over the news.
Like
I swear to God. Yeah, you were there.
I just love Noam. He's just spinning like he's in a math class that he knows he's going to fail.
Yeah, you look like you're going to come up with a new Kickstarter knife. Like,
so Danny, you should spin in your chair too.
Yeah, spin, Danny, spin.
I do full. I do full spin.
Wait, let me try,
nice. Look at the volume on that hair. Get it?
I know your hair almost seems like
I want to be more like Danny. 1 second.
My quarantine.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Butternut crackers. Oh, how'd you get that?
Happen?
There you go.
You guys, we can
Best comedy live streams. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Right behind
you.
And even though we were the first stream to do this, we hopped on the bandwagon.
Oh my God.
Nice.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Why do you want to quit?
Because every night I just seem to say something I shouldn't say, and I'm like, it's just.
Just say it. That's why you're here. Look at
the other night I had Jay Okerson on, and he and I had a thing, and I've been trying to talk to him for a bunch of weeks, and so I brought it up. You were there. I brought it up on the show. Like, what about the night? And I was the one basically explaining myself and apologizing, kind of like nothing that I would have thought. I mean, the way comedians talk about stuff, in front of audiences, nothing that I would have thought would have bothered him, or he could have definitely steered it away from the talk, Yeah. But then I got a lot of flack online about it. I'm like, who needs this life,
Flack from home.
What?
What did you say, Esty?
Flack from home.
Who needs this life is right.
Well, she said, Esty, we can't hear you. You're a little far away from the mic.
Who made the comments?
Oh, people online. And then I feel bad that maybe I hurt Jay's feelings. I was like, you know what? I don't know. It's like, what's there to talk about? It's the same thing every day. It's just awful.
Yeah, but no, people online, I mean, come on, you can't let them dictate. This guy writes to me once a month to say, "Dear Rachel, you're getting heavy," or "Dear Rachel, you look
I
heavy
do
in
that.
black."
I do that once every other month, Rachel. I don't do that every month.
Dear Rachel, you're getting
Oh my
heavy.
God.
He always starts it with "Dear Rachel," too. Dear Rachel.
Oh my God. I have
I don't know.
to
And
say,
I also need to apologize to Liz because, I haven't even opened. I'm just overwhelmed with like email and Facebook messages that I never check. But I know Liz sent me a message of like maybe 2 weeks ago, and you just see the preview of it if you don't open it. And I saw the first few words were like really nice from Liz, and I kept meaning to answer it, but it takes a certain kind of, okay, you got to sit down and answer a heartfelt message. You got to be, and I'm sorry, Liz, I didn't answer, but it's not because I don't, it's very far from because I don't appreciate it. Very far from it.
no, but I think in general, I assume everyone is overwhelmed. Like the amount of text messages I get, the amount of emails, and I'm the same way that like, if something is like, can you do this thing? I get back to people right away. But if they're like, hey, are you doing okay? I was thinking about you. I don't want to just be like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, so, yeah. But I think what you're doing, Noam, is you're overthinking interactions because you're worried not only about how your peers are going to respond to it, but how these people that don't matter, no offense, audience, but there's too many people out there to absolutely have the same level of caring that you do for a friend as you do for the commenting world, especially when a lot of them don't take your feelings into consideration. But you can't overthink these things. As somebody, like, I think everybody in this room pretty much has a podcast. You have to just, say what you say, have fun with it, know it's all in jest. And if other people don't, throw it away.
You have to have blinders on. You can't look at the comments. If there's anything that I know you love to, because you love to.
No, I never look, but sometimes I always do the wrong thing, and I
No.
Now I don't believe you. I feel like this was all a setup.
This is a setup. I'm like, what's going on?
I know. He's just fake.
It makes me feel better, but I don't know. But no, I was serious. I was serious. I was being serious, despite that. I wish I was so calculated that I could have set that whole thing up, but I didn't. I was being serious. I just,
Plus, no one knows where you live, right? That's all that matters.
I
They
do.
can't get you. Except for Robert.
I called you today. You didn't call me back.
You didn't call me today.
I
did
called you
call you
3
today.
times. No,
I called you today. I wanted to get Manny on Roblox. Max is playing Roblox now, and it's better than Minecraft. And I wanted to see if Manny would get on.
Oh yeah, you did call me. At 10:49 a.m. I was still sleeping.
You can't let these people get to you, though. Really, there's a guy named Mr. Twat Waffles on YouTube.
I hate that guy.
I know. He was like, he started this whole thing of like a separate group of people that really hated me and wanted to stop me in my tracks. I read everything and immediately internalize it. Like Twat Waffle said, a man voice, and that's all I hear now. I'm like, when I look in the mirror, when I listen to myself, I just hear like, yeah, he's like man voice, man expressions, and now I just keep
Do you know how many? Do you know how many people have said mean shit to me on? Do you know how much mean shit I read? I'm literally been trying to lose weight. I lost 35 pounds. I'm still on this diet in the middle of this pandemic. I get around 5 or 6, you fat fucks. You're gonna die. Your kids not going to be able to get a casket big enough for you. I mean, the worst. I have people that befriend me, they're fans, and then they slowly reveal that they're trolls, and then they fucking say the meanest shit after we've had like a fan, like, thanks so much, like they support me. I mean, I've had the most evil. I think some of them are comics that I used to. I mean, it gets you fucked up. You have to put blinders on. Do what the fuck you do, and just not get the good or the bad. You just got to.
You're so right. I remember when I was on Last Comment Standing, I would read all the comments, and I went into like a low grade depression. I couldn't enjoy any aspects of the experience. And I remember saying to Mike DiStefano at the time, I was like, Mike, why is it that I could read like 5 nice things, but then somebody says something about, the tilt of my nose being disgusting, and that's all I could think about. And he was like, that's because that's the one you believe. And I was like, God, maybe he's right.
Oh, that's true.
So you're saying I think I'm a fat fuck, Rachel?
I don't know, but I know I'm eating pizza right after I said that guy called me heavy, and I've been eating the entire time.
Robert, it's so hard to lose weight during a quarantine. That's impressive.
I know, Mom.
It is. You
Now,
should be.
listen,
So hard.
Most of the people calling me fat are my best friends.
You're right.
I think it's hard to lose weight anytime. So I don't mean to, but it is. Is it harder to lose weight home or on the road? Because I think on the road it's really hard because you eat such crappy food all the
I'll
time.
be on the road. Yeah.
It was on the road really hard because I used it, because I don't like, I have my addictions. I didn't have any. So the food was the one addiction on the road that I could kind of sneak in, and it was bad. But coming home, it's hard too, because, look, I have a 6-year-old, and he's not on a fucking diet. He has a little snacks and shit. And, they get, this is fucked up. Yesterday they had ice cream, and I was like, I'll have a bowl. And I took 2 bites, and I was like, I don't want it. I was like, it was the first time in a long time I was strong enough to go, I'm good. I'm just going to go. And I had strawberries, and I was like, I'm just going to have it was just like, she was like, what? Like, my wife was like, good for you. But I was like, I just don't want it. I'm done. I don't, it's done. But it's being home now. Here's the worst thing right now is the perfect excuse. Everybody be like, dude, don't worry about it. People told me to get off the diet when this pandemic.
Really?
Oh, fuck yeah. They were like, dude, don't do it now. Do it later. And it's like, go fuck yourself, man.
Well, I think what they were trying to spare you is like everything that I've read about like the problem with any kind of new habit is the fact that there's if you have to like, if you're restricting what you can eat, but you're also like worried about all these other things, your mind can only focus on so many things. So like if you're being restraining and not like killing your children right now, and you're on a diet and you're not working.
But I'm beyond that. I'm beyond the fuck you and you know what I mean? Like it's kind of what I do now. Like the way I eat is the way I eat. Like I don't eat sugar. I don't eat dairy. I don't have grains. You know what I mean?
Me neither. You gotta be really careful about what you put in your body.
I hope you choke on the crust. Listen, I hope you live though. I don't want anything bad to happen. You're with child.
I'm like legit only organic.
Oh, I wish I could blame everything on a baby, My baby wants Coke so bad.
As a mother, and I start all my sentences that way now. As a mother, I just have to put her first,
You're a good mother. You're such a good mother.
Oh, Rachel, please. Carmen, are you in somebody's trailer? Why is the wall slanted?
Oh, I'm on the top floor. I'm on the top floor of a house.
It's too loud.
Okay. It's a very weird looking room.
We just moved and everything is slowly getting unpacked, but it's like I'm trying to find a corner that's not embarrassing. I thought I found one.
No, I was talking to Carmen, not you, you egomaniac.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I have a lot of laundry on the bed, and this is really my only good angle too. But I'm on the top floor of a house in Connecticut. I'm with my boyfriend's family, and there's 7 of us. So this is the only quiet area.
Why did so many people leave? How'd you end up in Connecticut?
Because John, my boyfriend's
friend that's somewhere else.
My boyfriend was like, I'm going to my brother's house in Connecticut. And I was like, I'm coming too.
And that's how that happened.
And so now it's like his mother came and his son is here. So we have everything from an 11-year-old to a 77-year-old living in this house.
You're going to learn so much you don't want to know.
I know. I just
like from video games to like World War II. Like, I just feel like you're going to get like a weird amount of knowledge from both ends.
Everything is either Minecraft and Fortnite or like Bosch and Outlander, And the news.
Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta take
Did you say Bosch?
Yeah, my boyfriend's mother watches a ton of Bosch. I don't even know who he is. He's just on
Sam
TV.
Morril turned me on to it. It's kind of ridiculous, but I can't get enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
I've
it's
been watching Outlander. Have you seen that? It's
yes,
crazy.
I've watched all of it. I love it.
Yeah.
Books. The books were great. The movies.
Oh really? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh, I didn't know there were books. Oh my God, I gotta check out the books.
Yeah, the books are great.
Oh, that's good to
love
know.
it.
Yeah, the show is insane. I'm only on season 2.
What's it about?
It's time travel, but
Time
it's
traveling.
really, really good. And
Very
I-
historical,
and I saw
Scotland.
the episode, and it looked like a soap opera.
When were the books written, Esty?
Huh?
When were the books written?
When?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't
have them
know.
home. I have them.
Yeah.
I can look it up.
Yeah, because I always wonder if it's like they were written long ago and now they're making all these kind of past ideas with new technology. Like I always think that's like the
Well,
books.
I read it last year. Last year I read
Okay.
it.
Oh, okay.
The books are really, really good.
It's like
Yeah.
historical fiction. It's really
They're
interesting.
really fun.
But it's
Oh,
also
yeah, I love-
insane. It's like we were laughing that it's almost like porn. There's a lot of sex in it. And I'm sitting there watching it with my boyfriend and his mother.
I know the guy is. I know that's weird, and the guy is so hot. It's difficult to
He's
manage.
unbelievably hot.
I mean,
He's
this guy, the hero of the book, Jamie, is such a macho guy.
Yeah.
They really love him. And the affair they're having is very girly. So everybody, but in the book, it's terrific. I saw one episode or
Oh, nice.
they had it also as a show.
The
And they
books
had
are,
the movie. I didn't see the movie.
the books are from 1991.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there because the
No,
reason
I know it's been around.
the reason I ask that because I find it so fascinating where somebody will write stuff and then sometimes it'll take the technology needs to catch up to the writing.
I
So
love
they'll-
that Liz is so Italian. She still uses her. I love that.
I still use the what?
That your hands when you did the typewriter.
Oh no,
typing.
I'm like truly like a meme. Like when I talk, I'm like
Yeah, I'm
I
like that
am-
also. I tell me I talk
she
my
does
hands
use her
off.
hands. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even notice.
no, and what's even crazier is because now we're all attached to technology that like people try to take pictures of me while like I'm doing Zoom shows, but I'm just a blur. Like I'm just like out here. I'm like a cat toy of a human.
Danny, you have the hair of 2 of the Charlie's Angels girls.
Yep.
Have you guys all seen that woman on TikTok, Kylie Scott or whatever her name is, who does the Trump in the stuff?
No.
I saw a picture of her.
No,
I
what is
saw
it?
a picture of her as Trump.
I mean, no, she's not dressed as Trump. Can I play this? Or
Yeah, please.
Yes.
So-
Yes.
It is so like there's so many talented people out there that we didn't even know about. Look how expert this is. And she does 2 of them. Hold on a second. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh wait. I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I
read
didn't
it.
share the
It's
sound.
okay.
1 second. I'll do it again.
Yep.
1 second. Just 1 second, y'all.
You're gonna get some bad comments on that one, no.
Here we go. Now watch.
And I like China.
Here we go.
Antibiotics used to solve every problem. Now, one of the biggest problems the world has is the germ has gotten so brilliant that the antibiotic can't keep up with it. And they're constantly trying to come up with a new. People in the hospital and they go for a heart operation. That's no problem, but they end up dying from problems. You know the problems I'm talking about. Antibiotics used to solve every
How amazing is she?
I have broken more Sean records. He seems to have a lot of records. And I, by the way, I don't have a musical instrument. I don't have a guitar or an organ. No organ.
Her timing, like how
And lots of other people.
her timing is musical.
How does that work? You have to memorize it before you do it?
No,
But the thing is-
TikTok allows you to play like if you were going to lip sync to a song, you can play it and then you can lower things later.
Slow
So-
it down.
Yeah, so TikTok makes
Yeah.
editing super easy. So in the sense that she can be listening to it while saying it, and then later she can take out that sound and overlay the real sound.
Oh.
Yeah,
The
TikTok.
hands
That's why.
are out of control right now, Liz.
I actually
I'll
turned
sit on them.
I turned her volume down and I still understood everything she just said.
And then nails too. The nails are. I mean,
I
nails
think
like that on quarantine.
Well, when you move
thank
your
you for
hands, you
note-
gotta have nice nails.
Thank you. Thank you for noticing. I've been calling it like a mom that's reaching for her youth and that is like disciplining her kids. Like I feel like my nails at that length can be like, Jason, we've talked about this. Like that's the length of my nails right now.
My 2-year-old son today told me he wants to paint his nails. He painted like 2 nails. And I'm like, Ben, that's for boys. He goes, I know it's for boys. I said, but you're a boy. I mean, for girls. I said, that's for girls. He says, I know it's for girls. I said, but you're a boy. He says, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
let him.
My son, when we went to Aruba, he wanted to paint his toenails. So you know what I did now?
What?
I painted my toenails too.
Oh,
I
guys.
thought you were gonna say
Hang
you
on.
beat him.
Hang on. One, because I had 2 dead toenails and I didn't want people to see them.
So,
And now he wants a poppy dress from Poppy Troll.
let him have it.
What's a poppy dress?
The troll Poppy is a character in the Trolls movie.
Yeah,
She
let
has
him
a-
have it.
Okay. Okay.
Well, okay. I mean, I'll let him have it, but what does that mean?
That means he likes Poppy. He just likes the character Poppy. It doesn't mean
he's just playing around
Yeah.
right now. You
Yeah,
know, age 2, it's like so crazy.
he's not going to a gay bar with Jared. He just likes Poppy. Just
Yeah.
relax.
I mean, whatever. What can I do about it? He is what he is. I mean, or she is, or whatever. I don't know. He is what he is.
Yeah,
What is he-
the only thing you can do is embrace him or beat him.
Right, it's true.
Can't
that-
beat him.
Rachel,
Yeah.
you entering the motherhood stage in a very, very positive, correct way. Good for you. High five, girl.
Yeah, you should be writing a book, Rachel. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, you know, as a mother,
Your kid is
spoken
hearing
like,
all of that. You know that, right?
spoken like a firefighter's wife. The way you beat him.
well, love him. Beat him, I love him. No, but seriously though, I used to dress up in like, I guess I'm not a good example because I clearly didn't land in any good position. But I used to wear just like military clothes with my dress over it and an umbrella to school because I wanted to be like Mary Poppins. I mean, my outfits were like ludicrous all over the place, very manic. But you just have to let him do whatever he feels like doing, and he'll be whoever he is. And
Danny just went so.
I know.
Just let him be whoever he is, man. Who cares? Let me tell you something. No, my Max, he has a headband. He likes to put a little his hair up in a thing. I don't care, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Can I at
Doesn't
least
matter.
steer him towards a better color?
No, you have to let him pick his colors.
Take him
man.
fishing. Take him fishing.
No, don't take him fishing. Don't do that.
do you know what's missing in this moment that suddenly occurred to me is Keith's ignorance. Can you imagine what Keith would be filling this moment up with?
Oh, I know. Please. Oh, I know. We all know. Goddamn Noam. He's got a little sissy for a kid. Let him be a sissy.
Lock him up.
Let him hang out with my son for a week. God damn it.
And that is what he would say. Actually, Nicholas is here. That's what he said to me about Nicholas. He actually said exactly that.
What?
That I should let Nicholas hang out with Keith's son for a while because we were having trouble with Nicholas.
How's Nick doing?
Nicholas is right here. He's all right.
How old is
anyways,
Nicholas?
Good guest host. Rachel, you'd be a good guest host for this show.
Thanks, Noam.
Would you be interested in doing it?
Sure, why not? I got nothing else to do but sitting here feeding nonstop,
Yes.
so why not?
So do you think Jay Ogerson is mad at me? I got to call him.
I don't think he is. I don't think we get mad at you like that. I think that
What happened? Can anybody?
Yeah, give us a
fill us
scoop.
in?
I
You can
came in
watch it.
late.
Just I brought up a conversation that I've been trying to have with him about the thing that we had, and whatever. I'm an idiot.
But he brought it up on the show. This is your problem. You brought it up on the show out of the gate. You didn't even just ease into it. Like it was me, Joe DeRosa, Keith Robinson, right, and Sal Volcano, I believe, Esty.
Yeah.
And he brought up a serious thing out of the gate, like not even, hey guys, how's it going? And he brought it up out of the gate, and it was a weird situation, but it was hilarious. I mean, somebody made a crack about DeRosa's body, and we went off on a tangent.
So I think that the issues that it brought up were interesting to comics, interesting to people who follow comedy, about, you know, how, to what extent do you compromise for the audience? What's okay? Well, you know, these are all interesting things. Yes. And I mean, my goodness, anytime I've had disagreements with somebody, they've never thought twice about bringing it up on the show with me, you know, and even if I explained this to somebody the other night on my show. Yeah. Listen, there's a cast of characters when you do these podcasts. Okay. I bring what I bring. Rachel brings what she brings. We all bring, Esty brings what she brings. Danny, Keith, you bring what you bring. That's your character in this little show we're putting on for an hour. That's what you bring. Okay. And that's it. You can't try to be what you're not. And sometimes you're going to say stuff that's funny. Sometimes we're going to make fun of you because you're sitting there miserable. That's just your thing that you bring. So it's what that show is that night. And you can't try to be something and just quit. What you bring is good. Some people love it more than what I bring. Some people don't. A lot of people love it more than what you bring, but that's not the point here, Rob.
I also feel like you're giving them a pep talk about.
All right, listen,
bombing.
I'm quitting too. Rachel, take over from me. I'm out.
Yeah, good luck, Rachel.
Why don't you just call him?
I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him. I just
call him now on the podcast.
Call him now while we can hear him.
Yeah, why don't we all
Oh my God, I love gossip.
Mike,
call him.
Mike, Mushy Mike, can you text him? Tell him if he's interested that, you know, I'm talking about what a jackass I am, and that everybody's suggesting that I should text Jay, or is that a good idea, Robert, or no?
No problem. I would. I mean, it's what you do.
And then Robert thought,
don't throw me on the bus.
Well, you said call him.
I would first deal with Ray Allen, what you did to him, and that. No, I'm kidding. Yes, do it. Yes.
Okay, Mike. So tell Robert.
Ray Allen.
Let me go get some pizza and popcorn. I'll be right back.
So are we all on mute? Are we all on mute?
No, no, we're here. I would say maybe,
I would love to heckle an apology.
I would say if you're really being serious, call him off tonight and just talk to him. That's what I would say. I wouldn't do the same thing you did the other night. Do it twice.
He would have to call in.
If I'm being honest, I wouldn't.
I'm gonna text him right
now. I'm trying to help you as my friend, I would say
but record it and then put it on Facebook.
Yeah. Record it and then
No, and I'll tell you what, there is something that I need to be mindful of, which is that because I own the club, he may feel reluctant to tell me to go fuck myself like he might tell somebody else. And that's a problem, because I don't care if he tells me to go fuck myself. Most people know that I don't care, but he may not know. So it may put him in a disadvantage.
Yeah, but we all love you, man. We know who you are. We know you like to argue. We know you like to say crazy shit. We know that you're hilarious. You're one of the fastest guns in the West. It's fine. We know who you are. You know, we know Keith is going to get drunk and be an asshole.
That just made me want to write a book so you could put that on the back. So the quote could be like, she's one of the fastest guns in the West, Bobby Kelly. That's a great quote right there.
But Mike, text me Jay's number, because I'm realizing now with all the unanswered texts, I probably didn't have his right number. The thing about Keith is, because he plays that character, he can say anything he wants. Nobody will hold it.
You mean the character?
Like somebody with Down syndrome who says something insulting. Like you say, how cute, you know?
I don't think
that's true. I agree with you. Like, assholes can be assholes all the time and they get away with it.
I don't think Keith is playing the character of an old black guy.
Not that Keith is an asshole. That's not what I mean.
No, whatever Keith says, it's always tongue in cheek, and you've got to take
totally.
it.
No, it's not.
He loves it.
Keith
loves it.
Yeah,
double fake. He pretends that it's tongue in cheek, and it's not
the people think he's serious. He's not serious.
Did Rachel go and have a baby? Where'd she go?
She's getting tinned. She's tinning somebody right now.
Yeah. Give me this pizza for free.
She's calling Jay Okerson for you.
So on a serious note, though, do a lot of people say that I'm bad at this? No, they don't like me. I'm kidding.
Yes,
I'm kidding.
but you know,
I'm kidding. I don't
know.
You made Rachel leave. God damn it.
All right. Anyway, Keith does get away with anything and whatever.
Yeah, Keith, because Keith doesn't care. Keith doesn't care, and he doesn't know how to use the internet, so he doesn't know how to read comments. He doesn't have Twitter. He doesn't have Facebook. He doesn't read comments. He says what he says, and he just moves on. And then he has more wine. You can't go online and read the shit that these people fucking think about you, because thousands of people enjoy it. And
Robert, that's easier said than done.
No, I actually don't care about the online.
It's not easier said than done.
I do.
I care about Jay.
I probably do more than Noam.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, but that's why I don't read comments.
You shouldn't. You should just do this and then go and be with your family or watch a fucking TV show like Bosch, whatever that shit is. You know what I mean? That's what you should do. You shouldn't read fucking comments. You shouldn't. It's none of it. Someone told me what other people think of you is none of your business.
Yeah, that's a good one. I love that.
Thank you. I said that.
Love that.
I've also seen people say that if you're going to believe the good comments, you have to believe the bad comments.
That's not true, because the bad comments are coming from a shit place, and it's coming from people.
Yeah, but the good comments are coming from a I want to fuck you place. So where do you?
Not all the time. That's not true either. People say shit because they like you, and that's great.
No, some people are very envious, and the bad comments come out of envy.
Yeah, but
they want to be in your chair. They want to be in your place. I really believe
the bad comments are correct.
What is going on?
What did you say?
Rachel came in like she was getting ready to seduce everybody. That was beautiful.
You're right. I'm weighing like Carmen. My phone died, and I was just telling Pete, I was like, they're gonna trash me so hard. I'm such a moron.
We thought
we were just wondering where you went.
We thought we were trying to wolf down another slice of pizza real quick.
or maybe you went to have a baby.
I just got in trouble because Pete just said I got it on the bed. He's like, "What is this?" He always calls me over and interviews me about a stain. He's like, "What happened here?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's not forensic files. No one's gonna send this to a lab." He always walk me through this.
That's because he's a chief. Chief has to do that.
What did you find on the bed, Pete?
Oh, look at him. There he is.
What a stud.
What's up, everybody?
International Firefighters Day, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing what you do. And thank you.
Right.
Thank you for having
some respect around here.
Thank you for having that mustache so we know you're a firefighter.
That's a fine mustache right there.
Are you working, Pete?
What you got? You got a little goatee going?
Yeah,
wow. Looking good. Hello.
Is he working now?
What's that?
Are you working?
No, I'm not working. I'm off right now.
No, but she means in general.
Oh, yeah, I'm work Wednesday. I have to go back into work Wednesday.
Are there more fires or less fires now with the lockdown?
Right now, I would say less. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that depends how you look at it.
But they love the fires, though. That's what he misses. He doesn't. The COVID stuff is obviously really terrifying, but they hate missing a fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Fire probably kills the virus too. It's probably safer in a fire.
Right. Yeah, you're very safe.
Yeah.
So flame eater are immune.
Yeah, exactly.
Trump said that maybe if there was a way we could get the fire inside our lungs, we could
right.
I did have a friend that the first week she was like, I can't find any gloves or hand sanitizer. So she was like, I'm just gonna hold my hand over a candle. And I was like, that can't be real science. I can't support you being a moron because you don't have solutions that you can think of.
The thing is, firemen get kind of cocky with fire. When he lights a candle, he takes a ball of paper towel and puts it in the stove in the flame, and then just I'm like, that can't be good. But it's he's like, yeah, I'll fight the fire if there's a fire. So he just
I'm wondering how your kid's gonna turn out that, to have that kind of confidence around fire just immediately.
I tell you this, he's not gonna want to paint his toenails.
I just want to ask Pete. Let me ask Pete. I don't want Rachel's dumb advice. Pete, if you had a 2-year-old son who wanted to paint his toenails because he thought it was beautiful, what would you say?
Yeah, I'm out.
What would you say?
You got the wrong guy.
doesn't want to get angry comments, so he's not going to say anything.
Yeah.
He's got, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm on the job. Can't talk like that to boy house anymore. But honestly, I think that I do think that in general they're getting better. They're not that bad, but you would probably take a moment of adjustment for him. But you would love him. You would love him.
Just the same.
What'd you say?
Just the same, sure.
Love him just the same.
We have a friend. We have a friend he can hang out with.
Exactly.
I'll love him just the same.
Noam's kid.
I love him just the same, but
Uh,
that's loving him just the same is not the same thing.
And Pete's mom was like, Pete needs a girl to soften him because she can do whatever she wants. She said, if it was a boy, he would push him to be like him, and he would push him to be a firefighter. She said, but a girl, she said she thinks he'll just like let her do her thing. Do you find that to be true, Noam? That was a massive.
You know what I think? You know what I think is? I think there's something kind of false that gets said is that loving him just the same. Yeah, of course I'm gonna love him just the same. But I could name 100 things that I would prefer not to be true about my child. Whether they're intelligent, they're talented, the crooked nose, whatever it is, and say like I wish they didn't have that. Doesn't mean I don't love them just the same. But somehow that gets conflated. Like if you wish that this were different, or if you have misgivings about this or that, that means you love them less. Of course, I don't love them less. I'm not gonna, whatever they are. But on the whole, if I'm honest with myself, would I not say I want my son to not be like transgender or something? Yeah, I will cop to it right here and say, if I could push a button and have that not be the case, I would push that button. I mean, like,
is that because of like, I mean, it's good to be honest with yourself because then you can, analyze something. But do you think that's because of how you would feel about it, or because you wouldn't want his life to be more difficult?
To be totally honest, I think it'd be. I don't want their life to be more difficult, but I think it would be because how I feel about it, because and that's my own bigotry or whatever it is. It's deep within me. I'm not saying I'm right or I should be proud of it, but I'm just being honest. But like if no black father wishes their child could be white because their life would be easier. It's like that's not reason enough to want your child to be something different because it's for their good. Because if they were white, life would be easier. They would have more opportunity. No, you would a black father wouldn't say that. So I don't think it's because I would like their life to be easier. Although I would want their life to be easier. I just any dad, I'm sure Robert feels the same way. It would take some adjustment, I guess at some point.
Well, do you wonder if it comes from a place that you don't fully understand it? Like, I think the biggest, what I've kind of learned, especially with my own dad, is I think like he wants me to be a certain way because then we could meet at the same level. Like if he teaches them everything I'm supposed to know, then we can be on the same level and we can talk. But when your kids start to develop their own personalities and start to be themselves and have their own ideas and start to be combative, all of a sudden you're in a different lane where you don't know everything that they know and you don't completely understand all their thoughts and beliefs and what's important to them. And I think it can be confusing to you because you feel like I don't want to hurt them, but I also don't fully understand this and I don't understand my place as a parent in what's happening right now. So I think it's more work for you, and that's scary.
No, I think you're absolutely right. But I have to be honest. Yes, that's true. There is also, I think, within a lot of guys, almost all man moms, and they won't admit it, especially in this time, that it's disconcerting. It's just deep within us. Like I have a very dear friend who, she used to work at the Cellar. Michael Greer became Nikki Jacks. You remember Michael was the manager? And this is my dear friend, and we're still dear friends, and I'm godfather to the child and all this stuff. And when she comes in her dress as a woman, it's like, it's like, whoa, it's hard for me. Not hard. It's not, I don't have any, it's not hard for me to feel.
It's hard for Norton too.
Whatever it is, it's just, it's like, what's that?
I said it's hard for Norton too.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like this has been my dude friend all these years. Yeah. And now it's a woman and I'm supposed to,
Can I say something about that? Because I never got along with Michael, the manager. I love Nikki. we get along great. And
You're right, because Nikki's probably a lot happier.
Yeah.
Maybe.
A lot happier. And, oh, my wife just sent me, who put the turkey in the salami? Again, I just got a text message from my wife. I just got a
Anyway, it got serious, but truly, I'm not really, whatever my son is, he is, but I'm not, I don't think because he wants to paint his nails, it means anything, but it's just an interesting thing to talk about.
No, my brother used to put all my barrettes in his hair. I mean, it's also just like this idea that a boy would never want to pick up a girl's thing. That's all just like stuff we decide. Yeah, but it doesn't.
I used to play with girls' toys all the time when I was young.
Yeah.
I wanted an easy bake oven and all the kind of toys that were marketed to girls. I always wanted those, and my father always let me have them. He never always let me have them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter. None of that, because you can try to make your kid into whatever you think you can, and then at one point it's just going to be who he is.
It's just going to come out.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still, I know. And I, to tell you the truth, I think I'm probably on the very most liberal end of actually how I actually feel about this. And also on the very most honest end of this, because everybody bullshits and pretends that I couldn't care less, blah, blah, blah. And then you talk to them one-on-one. They're like, well, yeah, but I can't say that in front of people.
I wonder, do you think it's easier now though? Because if I've thought the same thing about my son, what is he? Because you can't help but think, what is my son? Is he going to like girls? Is he going to like guys? Is he going to be a tough guy? Is he going to be into, art, or is he going to be creative? Is he going to be a hunter? And you think about all this stuff, and you don't want to force things on him, but like, I think it's easier now, maybe because I don't have religion. Like, we're not practicing this religious thing, like where inside of that, you have to be this and they are this. Like
Danny went through a huge thing with that. A religion, bisexuality. Am I right? With your family?
Yeah. Well,
listen to Danny.
Yeah, I would love to hear it, Danny.
I'm serious because I remember.
No. Until today, I play around a lot with it until today. I'm not very clear about it. I'm very clear about it, but I keep everything open. Everything's closed and everything's open.
But didn't you go to Israel and?
Yes. I mean, we've talked about it with Noam. I was in, first of all, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, if you ask me, I think it's a mix. I think all this stuff is part nurture, part nature. There's a mix of both. We're born with dispositions, and I really believe that depending on what's given to you in life, you can go this way, you can go that way. Sexually, as you grow up and as puberty changes, trauma from a young child, at puberty it changes. Things change. It's like we're very big. It's not so simple. It's complicated.
Danny talked about actually doing gay conversion therapy at one time, right?
Well, I went to gay conversion therapy not as a teenager. I went as a 40-year-old. I was already gay, living. I had boyfriends. I was marching the gay. I was living a gay lifestyle for many years. It was only when I was at 40, I was like, oh, all right, let me see what this is all about. Because
Daniel, didn't they beat you with the chicken or something? There was some sort of chicken or feathering that they tried to do.
No, that was before. That was many years before that. I went through an exorcism.
No!
I went through Danny went through hell and back.
Danny, why isn't this a show?
I was in my mid-20s. I went through a Kabbalistic exorcism, and I had to slaughter 7 chickens. And
Did you eat them?
No, I had to burn their brains and smell the smoke of the brains while reading Psalms. And then I had to wear a hay belt. You know how painful a hay belt is?
Yeah,
from the Middle Ages.
All of my belts are hay. All of my belts are hay.
I was dying. And the rabbi told me, and the worst part about this was I went to a rabbi that spoke only Hebrew. I didn't speak Hebrew, and I had to go with a translator. And the only person that knew about all this that I was going through was my mother. So my mother was a translator, and the rabbi was like, so he was talking to her, and she's like, oh, yeah, he wants to know, do you receive or do you deliver? I'm like,
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
tell
wow.
him that I received. So she was like, and this is my mother was a translator for all my sexual activities between me and this
my
old
God.
man. It was the most, that was more horrifying than killing the chickens. I would have
No,
killed
I got
another
to tell
40
you, when
chickens if not to go
when
through
I
that.
heard Danny's story,
I found a picture of Danny's exorcism.
Woo!
I wish it was that fun. Yeah.
when I heard Danny's story and the depression he went through and everything like that, anybody that is homophobic on any level, I hate them. Because they don't get it. They don't understand.
Right. You have to really be open. You have to be.
I don't think I've known anybody that went through what you went through, Danny.
Yeah, but I was totally okay with all of it. Every time I went,
but you were depressed.
I was never forced into any of it. I went in it because I was like, let me see what's available.
So
How do you
Danny,
know anything?
But this was
gay,
because
I'm only gay. Oh, all right. Maybe
Danny,
there's
Danny,
more. Maybe there's more.
Danny.
Maybe I can change it. Maybe I don't know. You want to try everything. I don't know.
Who was
Danny,
pressuring
now I
you?
know.
Oh,
Danny, when you go to gay conversion camp, is one of the merit badges to have sex with a woman? Did you have to do that? Is that part of the thing, or you never got to that?
Like a medal, like a
I don't know, like one of the things you have to do.
like a flower.
Yeah.
With a little pin. No.
So you never did have sex with a woman as part of it.
No, but they it's a whole thing, it's like it's such a long story.
Were you funny before all this, or did this make you funnier?
No, I don't know. I'm the same. I was.
Of course
It was
you
always
were.
funny. It was always funny.
you were
You were
always
always
funny.
hilarious. Danny, I remember one of your first jokes that I heard you do like so many years ago. It was so hilarious. Can I try to begin it? Because I don't know. I just realized I'm going to butcher your joke.
Remember what you're talking about? Yeah.
The joke that you used to do about how your mother would be like, when are you going to stop all this gay stuff and just marry a woman, Daniel? Marry a woman. And then you were talking about being on the train. Please just explain.
Yeah, that's my brooch. Oh my God, I haven't done that.
Yeah.
No.
Please explain that joke. I know this is the worst question I know to ask you, but it's so funny.
Well, that joke is right up. That joke is right up your alley because it's a joke. It's a film noir joke. That joke was inspired by Erica Kane from All My Children. A lot of people ask me. They say, "Oh, who are your comedic, growing up? Who did you inspire to be?" I was like, "Oh, I watched the soap operas. I never really watched stand-up comedy growing up, but I would laugh at soap operas." And that was a joke that was inspired. I was on the subway and we went through a tunnel and I heard a gunshot and a scream. The lights went out.
And you went, "Oh my
God!" Out of the
purpose."
tunnel, I realized somebody had stolen my brooch. That's how it goes.
Oh,
then your mother
Drama
goes,
ensues.
Danny,
Blah, blah, blah.
Danny, enough with these. And your mom goes, Danny, enough with these terrifying stories. When are you gonna get married?
I can't get married. I can't get. Not until I find my brooch.
And it's one of my favorite jokes ever. And Pete, have I not told you the story of this joke? Have I not? I've told you.
I should bring that joke back and rework it. It's a very old.
Can't get married out my
I didn't know who I was back then. I was like trying to figure it out. But interesting. Yeah, I don't know. The nail polish stuff. I like mimicking. I like if your kid wears nail polish, you should put nail polish on also. You know why?
Yeah.
Because it'll bond you. So no matter what the situation is, if that's what he's doing and it's making you feel weird, you should do it too.
I did it.
Know that it's okay.
I did it with my son, and it made it fun, and it was okay. And you know what was weird is that I was in Aruba when I did it, and there was a couple other comics there, and they came out and they were like, "What the fuck's up with your feet?" I was like, "Go fuck yourself." Me and my kid. Nail polish. My wife, I literally put my penis in a vagina to make that. You fucking idiot. What's wrong with you? You know, my wife wasn't worried. You shouldn't be, you fucking piece of shit. That's the only one that you're worried, but yeah, I think it's easier now to have, if my kid's gay, this is the best time ever to not, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. If my kid's gay, nobody's going to be like, what the, it's going to be a great time for him to grow up.
Robert, but gay is one thing. Transgender is a whole. Do you think you regard them as the same, gay and transgender? Because I don't.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't.
No, it's not the same.
Transgender to me, like when I saw that, if I just think that, listen, let me just be clear in case you're watching. Whatever he is, of course I'm going to love my child. I'm really not someone who would not be a good dad for a child who has any inclination. I'm just saying that I think I regard gay as a lot closer to heterosexual. Either gay or heterosexual are to transgender, which is which I kind of see as almost like an anorexia of the soul, where you look in the mirror and what you see is not what it is, and you try to change your body to be that what you see in the mirror, and you get close, but you never really are, and it's never really.
I have a lot. I'd like to answer that. I have a lot of transgendered friends. Close friends. Bailey J is a very close friend of mine. I know a lot of them, and they're friends of mine. And I think it's harder because, it's being gay is more as accepted overall in society. You don't even see that many transgendered people in TV. People. You know what I mean. But I think it's getting more acceptable. Like people don't care anymore as much. You know what I mean? The thing is, once sex gets involved is what fucks it up. Once the especially with like transgendered friends of mine, the guy friends of mine, what is this? Is their husband gay? It's like, I've never asked. Well, do they I don't know. Why would I've never asked my straight friends how you fuck your wife? It's just not something I would ask. It's the sex thing is what fucks people up. And I think the religion thing also fucks people up too.
Yeah.
I don't have the sex thing I don't care. I have a lot of friends that are into a lot of different shit. Half of my straight friends are we're gay. I've done gayest stuff ever. You know what I mean?
Which half for you?
I've done some silly shit, man. I got to admit it. I've done, stuff that if my wife knew, she'd be like, what? But listen, nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. And the fact that we don't have religion in my house, look, when I was a kid, I had my first sexual experience, I think in first or second grade with a girl, and she was older. She made me do things. And I remember going back to my house that night, crying in bed, because I thought God was going to kill me. I thought God was going to take me that night, and I was crying. And my mom came up and she tried to console me, and I couldn't tell her what I was thinking because of God. Like I didn't want her to hate me because she never told me about sex. Because
you figured you'd go get something to eat. I'm sorry, Robert. I was just trying.
That was so real. That was like so potent and real, because that's probably exactly what he did.
My food addiction didn't kick in until I was in sixth grade.
Because it really would seem like that. You were so upset. You were feeling so to comfort yourself, you go to get something to eat.
Well, no, not in sixth grade is when the food addiction came in.
All right.
But when I got abused by my father, that's when the food addiction came in. But it's if they could have talked to me about sex, if the religion aspect wasn't there, maybe it would have been just an experience that I could have said, and my mother could have been like, we had to learn about, our generation had to learn about sex from all these other resources, other kids, magazines, all this fucked up shit. Like my kid is going to learn about sex from me and his mom. You know what I mean?
No, it's so true. Even in my household, and they would be considered like liberal. Nobody spoke to us about anything.
Yeah.
And I remember watching those old movies, and somebody would say something fresh to a woman, like somebody would say something kind of nasty, and she would smack them. And I thought, well, that's what being like cool. That's how you get men to like you. They say something mean, and then you smack them. And I thought that was what sex was. You smacked it. That meant you liked the boy. I still regret. I went up to this lovely boy, kind of an introvert, and I thought he was cute, and I smacked him at recess so hard. I still remember his red, dumb face and how hurt he was. I thought I was flirting. I just saw something in a movie, and I was like, I like this boy. I better go smack the shit out of him.
And I thought and I still want to apologize to this poor introvert for attacking him. We had so little information. I was like, I like the boy. What do? I do what they do in the movies in the 40s. I smack him across the face, you know?
And that poor kid was Ryan Reese. And he is still fucked up because of that. I think this is the best time to grow up as a kid. The amount of love, the amount of love I see you give your kids. It's fucking, I love it. And I mean, we're both similar, but like you love them so much. It's crazy. The dad that you are, plus the people that you have, when you go to eat at your house, the world is at your fucking table, dude. When I go to your barbecues, everybody, gay, straight, bi, black, white, Asian, it's like everybody's there. Musicians, creators, scientists. It's fucked up. Your kids are going to be fine, whatever they are. I believe that, you know.
It's good to focus on that because I think a lot of people just talk about like the environment, or they're like, it's getting worse. I could never have a kid now. But there's a lot of more hopeful shit. I mean, you look at old, you know, I mean, look how it was in like the 50s, you know. I mean, people would just drink and beat each other, and fathers were emotionally unavailable. So it's like, everybody always focuses on how things have gotten worse, not how they've gotten more optimistic. And when we drive around like now and you're just trying to imagine because you're about to have a kid, you're like, what if she's like this? I wonder if she's like that. And like, you know, this inconceivable thing is about to happen.
Rachel, you know? It's going to be okay. We're all okay. Can I say good night, please?
Bye, Esty. I have to run too, but bye.
All right, why don't we wrap this up? Esty, we love you. Thanks for coming in. Carmen, thank you for coming in.
Can somebody talk to Jay Okerson for me, please?
I'll do it. I'll
text Jay too.
Because I realize now I've been texting the wrong number for a couple months or different. I don't fucking know.
Let's we'll have Rachel, the new host of the show, contact Jay.
I think it would be great if everybody would guess. So Danny would be great, Liz would be great, Carmen would be great, but you have to sit up straight. It would be
you should have a different host every night, Noam.
Yeah, I mean, I just think this is nice because everybody gets to connect and whatever it is. But I may not be the person to
shut up. Listen.
Stop it, Noam. Cut the shit.
I mean, stop it. Stop feeling bad for yourself. You're the owner of the club, for God damn it. Stand up and be a man.
What do you mean by okay?
I mean, you guys had a moment.
What's your definition of a real man, Robert?
I mean, a man who paints his toenails, but fucking.
And then hobby dress for yourself too.
Can I just say one thing in my own defense, in case anybody misconstrues? What Robert said is actually true. At any gathering in my house, like amazing. it's one of the only actual you can be whoever you are group of people that I'm aware of. You know, like I went to one extremely far left wing person's wedding this past summer or the summer before, and my wife was the only person of color there. It was just like a bunch of white people, you know, and I'm like the person who's more conservative, and my life is nothing like that. So you are right, but we live at a time when even though we expect that like 80% of the population has these fucked up views about transgenderism, whatever it is, we also will penalize that 80% if they just want to say honestly, listen, this is where I'm struggling with it or whatever it is. Aha, we got you. And so nobody can actually talk honestly or grapple.
Openly.
No, that's not helpful. You have to be able to have conversations. Yeah,
I agree.
But you actually did it. What you're saying that you can't do, you did tonight. And you can do that here. And that's why comics are the shit. Because we will do that here. And we will fucking debate it, fight about it, and make fun of it, and have laughs, and also have serious moments. So you're gonna love your kid, but you'll make fun of him too. Listen,
and I know you will, but I'm not around.
I will not. I will not. I love your kid.
But Keith will.
Keith will definitely make fun of him,
and he'll blame me.
All right, listen. Let's wrap this up. I got an omelet waiting for me. Egg white. Before you say something fat joke.
Wait, Robert.
Did he say wait and then just disappeared like somebody beat him from the sky?
No, he hung up on me, this son of a bitch. All right, Danny, do you guys have anything you're promoting? Because I know Carmen and Liz, Rachel, I don't know if you were or not, but you had a comedy show the other night that sold out, and you guys are doing this once a week with Adrian Napolucci, I believe, right?
So I'm doing Zoom Diner, which is basically what we were kind of, we just do naturally, which is we would meet up and be like, hey, I have this new idea. What do you think of it? Do you like have any ideas? So I decided I don't want to do polished shows. I want to work on new stuff. So I'm going to try to do it every 2 weeks or so with different comics, but I started out with the people I actually run jokes by, which is Carmen and Adrian. And yeah, sold it out. Was so much fun. We got a lot of work
It was
done.
really fun.
It was just some, I just need some, I just need motivation to write. And then we mute the audience, but I got the laughs from Carmen and Adrian. And then they were like, hey, have you thought of this idea? Or, oh, I really like, you told me a story 2 years ago about this. Could you wrap that into it? It was fun and it was helpful and people loved watching this kind of almost behind the scenes show. So I think I'm going to.
Where do they get this? Where can they watch this?
They can't, it's live. So we
when
do
can
it
they do it?
I'm gonna do another one with Maria Shahada, and then hopefully Judah's gonna let me know today if Judah Friedlander's gonna let me know today if he wants to do it. But I'll post about it in a couple of days. But
where can they find you?
At Liz Miele. Everything is at Liz Miele. And if you want a podcast, Two Non-Doctors, it's with Maria Shahada, and it's pretty much goop, but we know we're stupid. But yeah, that's all I got.
Carmen, what about you? What do you got?
I'm at Carmen Comedian for everything. I have a podcast called The Human Centipod that I do with my boyfriend. We do it in the car because this house is packed and we have no place to go to make fun of people. And I have an album coming out soon called Vertically Obese.
Woo!
And Danny, what do you got besides fantastic hair and a great shirt?
Danny Cohen Comedy, Instagram. I'm always on. I'm always live like 4 or 5 times a day. And you can always find me screaming live. So
speaking of going rogue, Daniel holds nothing back. It's a wild ride.
Rachel, what do you got besides a stud for a husband?
And great hair.
I know, gorgeous hair.
Thank you, guys. You could go to my website, rachel-feinstein.com, or I have a Netflix half hour. It's on season 2 of the stand-ups. There are podcasts called 3 Girls, 1 Keith with Keith Robinson, Bridget Everett, and Amy Schumer and me. And then I guess I'll just go. I'm gonna make a baby in like 2 weeks, so I'll let you know how that goes.
Woo!
All right, I'm your host, Robert Kelly. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. I do a show 6 nights a week. I do a shitload of content up there. Go join my community up there if you want to. If you like my shit, if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. And you guys, this is a great show. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Comedy Cellar Nightly.
Happy